Welcome to my channel. I'm Cindy. This is a video of my group presentation for our final speaking. Today we are going to present about wonders of the world. Let me introduce about my group members. Today we have Brooke, Carly, Tracy, and me. And these are our profile pictures. Before starting our presentation, we would like to give you a short look about new 7 wonders of the world through this whole picture. The first is the Christ Redeemer in Brazil. The second is the Great Wall of China. The third is Machu Picchu in Peru, as we learned before in our textbook. The fourth is Petra, Jordan. Next is the Roman Colosseum. Then is Taj Mahal in India. And the last one is Chichen Itza in Mexico. Now we're gonna show you the content of our group presentations today. Are you ready? We just focus on 2 of 7 wonders of the world. They are the Great Wall of China and the Roman Colosseum. For each of them, besides giving you guys and teachers some main details, we also share with you the fun facts about them. Let's start the Great Wall of China. The Great Wall of China is known as the longest structure humans made entirely by hand. It was built over 2,000 years ago. The Great Wall of China starts in the eastern part of China and extends all the way to the western part of China. It is 3,900 miles long. So, who built the Great Wall of China? Emperor Qin Shi Huangdi built the Great Wall by putting new walls with the old ones. The Great Wall started in the Qin dynasty, then lasted till the Ming dynasty. So, the Great Wall of China took 4 dynasties to complete. Besides, there were more than 1 million workers such as peasants, criminals, unemployed electors, and disgraced nobles built the Great Wall, and over 1 million workers died during the process of the Great Wall. About the construction, they mostly used bricks and stone, but the wall entered the desert. They had to use packed soil and twigs. By the last dynasty, the wall was constructed from stone and bricks. During the first 2 dynasties, the wall was built from rammed earth. The purpose of building the Great Wall is to keep enemies out of the Chinese land, and more important is to keep themselves safe. Today, most of the Great Wall right now was built in the late 1004s. The Great Wall now is one of 7 new wonders of the world. Today, the Great Wall is a famous tourist attraction, unlike its first purpose during its creation. Now, let's move to some fun facts of the Great Wall with Kylie.
I'm Kylie. I'm going to continue the presentation with sharing for you guys some fun facts of the Great Wall. This gonna be most interesting facts I think you should know. Okay, firstly, the Great Wall of China became a UNESCO World Heritage Site in December 1987. Secondly, in 2004, there were over 41.8 million foreign visitors to the Great Wall of China. Thirdly, during the Chinese Cultural Revolution, 1966, to 1978. Bricks from the world were used to build homes, farms, reservoirs, and other buildings. Next, the world is actually not a continuous line. It has spurs going in different directions, and breaks where mountains or lakes offer protection. And the last one, a popular myth is that the Great Wall of China can be seen from space with the naked eye. Unfortunately, a high-tech lens is required to see the world from the moon. To me, this is the most interesting fact during all the fun facts of the Great Wall. Now, let's move to another wonder of the world, the Roman Colosseum, with one of my teammates' performance.
Hi, I'm Brooke, and today I'm going to tell you what I know about this one of 7 wonders of the world, and it's called the Roman Colosseum. Let's move on. First of all, I will tell you where the Roman Colosseum is, because I don't think all of you will know that. The Colosseum is in Piazza del Colosseo, Rome, Italy, on a large flat area. The Colosseum is capable of seating 50,000 spectators. And who built the Colosseum, may you ask? And it was built by Emperor Vespasian. He was born in November 17, 9 Anno Domini, and died in June 79 Anno Domini. The construction of the Colosseum began under the rule of Emperor Vespasian in around 70 to 72 Anno Domini. And about the Colosseum, it is 189 meters long and 156 meters wide, with a base area of 6 acres. The height of the outer wall is 48 meters. The perimeter originally measured 545 meters. The Roman Colosseum was built out of brick, concrete, with stone covering the exterior. What is the purpose of building the Roman Colosseum? In the past, the Colosseum was used for gladiator contests, such as mock sea battles, animal hunt, executions, reenactment of famous battles. It was also used for entertaining the public. These are 4 pictures to illustrate some gladiator contests took place in the Colosseum. The first one is mock sea battles. Second one is animal hunts. The third one is execution. And the final one is reenactments of famous battles. Separately, besides giving you guys the general information about this wonder, our team also wants to let you some fun facts about this Roman Colosseum.
I'm JC. I will take you through 6 following facts that I think all of us will like them. The very first fact is the Colosseum was chosen as one of the new 7 wonders of the world in 2007. It was also recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1980, and still today it holds the record for being the largest amphitheater in the world. Did you know that the Gate of Death was located at the west exit, and this is where dead bodies were taken out? The Colosseum is a popular destination for botanists as catalogue began to compound in the flora in 1643 and over 337 different species have taken root among the ruins. Have you ever heard that numerous earthquakes have damaged the Colosseum in history, especially in 847 and 1231? The southern side of the Colosseum collapsed in a massive earthquake in 847. Did you know that every time a death sentence in the world is commuted, the Colosseum changes its color? The last one is, at most, the amphitheater could host 87,000 people.
Those are all about the 2 wonders that our team want to share with you guys and teacher. Before ending our presentation, let's have a quick review of them by watching these 2 following videos. Please pay attention. Here we go.
Let's explore the Great Wall of China. The Great Wall was conceived by the first emperor of China, Emperor Qin Shi Huang, in the 3rd century BC. He wanted to keep barbarian nomads from getting into the Chinese Empire. The project cost a lot of money and required a massive army of soldiers, convicts, and commoners as workers. The wall stretched from Shanghai Guan over 3,000 miles west into Gansu province. Not much is left of this wall today. The Great Wall, as you know it, however, came from the much later Ming Dynasty. It was built from the 14th to the 17th centuries AD to defend China from Mongolians and Manchurians. Wheelbarrows, rolling logs, and winches were used by forced laborers and banished criminals to move the sandstone bricks. The Ming Wall extends from west to East China for 8,850 kilometers, or 5,500 miles. In 1987, UNESCO designated the Great Wall a World Heritage Site. Today, the Great Wall is a popular tourist destination, and visitors like to pose for pictures, admire the views, and walk along the wall. Some like to hike and climb unrestored wild wall sections, though these can be very dangerous. Oh, and contrary to popular belief, you can't see the Great Wall of China from outer space. Subscribe to our channel for more videos. Get your copy of Simple Geography, China, available on Amazon.
Now, the second video.
The Colosseum, Roman Empire. The Colosseum is located in Rome, Italy. Also known as the Flavian Amphitheatre, it is an oval amphitheatre and the largest ever built. Construction began under Emperor Vespasian around 70 to 72 AD and was completed under his successor and heir, Titus, in 80 AD. Further modifications were made during the Flavian dynasty, so the amphitheatre was named as the Amphitheatrum Flavium, or Flavian Amphitheatre. It stood at 50 meters high and 156 meters wide and was constructed from concrete and sand. Arches and columns framed the structure and strengthened it. It had 80 exits and entrances, 76 of which were used by ordinary citizens. The Colosseum was also covered by a controllable velarium to shade spectators from the sun. Nearby the Colosseum stood the Colossus of Nero, a great bronze statue, later changed to a statue of the sun god, Sol. The arena was made of a wooden floor covered by sand. Around it were the spectators' seats, determined by the citizens' importance, with the best seats reserved for senators. Special boxes were reserved for the emperor. The Colosseum could hold around 70,000 spectators. Under the arena was the Hypogeum, still visible today. This was a series of underground tunnels used to house animals imported from Africa and the Middle East, such as lions, rhinos, and panthers, which could be released through trapdoors. The Hypogeum was also used to release slaves through lifts, and to create different moving scenario or scenery, such as hills, groves, and small lakes. The arena hosted a variety of blood sports as entertainment. The schedule for the day consisted of men hunting dangerous animals and executions of criminals, but the main event would be the gladiatorial combat. Ancient writers wrote about mock sea battles, or Naumachii, before the Hypogeum was developed. It is speculated that hydraulic mechanisms were used to flood the arena rapidly for such naval battles. Gladiatorial combat and public entertainment was shown at the Colosseum all the way until the 6th century AD, when costs became too high to justify it, and public taste had shifted. Over the centuries, it was reused for various purposes, such as a material quarry. Today, it is the symbol of Rome and one of the most visited archaeological sites all over the world. Subscribe for more history videos. Get Simple History Ancient Rome today.
Thank you for all your support on the Simple History YouTube channel. If you enjoy the channel, please consider supporting us at Patreon.
These are the resources, the materials that our team used through the presentation. That's all for our group presentation. Thank you all of you for listening and watching. We hope that this video will bring you some new useful things. Due to the outbreak of COVID, we could not give you guys a face-to-face presentation. This is also the first time each of us has an online presentation. There must be some mistakes during the presentation. Sorry for any inconvenience. We wish you guys have a happy Thursday. Thank you so much. Don't forget to stay safe. Goodbye.